All right. Blue-green Genesis is what this was called. I guess Genesis is a play on Genesis Wave with Auspicious Starrix here. So it says, when this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library, so you exile X permanent cards, where X is the number of times this creature's been mutated. Put those cards onto the battlefield. So the idea is that we can utilize this to just get a bunch of permanents into play by mutating over and over and over again. And eventually we're able to win with Thassa's Oracle, blinked with Thassa at the end of turn. We also got some other just various go big cards. One of my concerns with this deck is looking at it, we don't have that many payoffs aside from, like, we've only got 8 payoffs here at the top end, so I'll be interested to see what our deck looks like in games where we're not able to find one of these. Probably going to be flopping around a little bit. I guess Uro is a payoff in a way, although in a deck without Green Cavalier, probably going to struggle to enable this one a little bit here. Quick glance at the sideboard here. I guess we're kind of short on creatures we can play in the side. There's a couple of Leaf Kindreds. I guess that makes sense as an anti-aggro card. Would I rather have Leaf Kindred, or would I rather have... I'd probably rather have... I feel like I want some Lovestrucks in here. It's probably a decent anti-aggro card for the sideboard. Yeah, no King of the Cosmos and no... Yeah, no King of the Cosmos is interesting. Oh, Gemrazer. Yeah. That's a great sideboard choice. Well, King requires red, right? Or is he blue-green too? No, he's just blue-green, huh? Mutate is... it requires blue. Mutate is red or green. I think that sounds good. I think that sounds good. Just put a bunch of kings in. All right, I think I'm into it. All right, let's do it. Let's hop on into a constructed event with this one and see how it goes. Oh, if I was gonna play King, I should have made the mana base all teamer triumphs technically. Whatever. All right, we might get to see Starrix go off really quickly. The event for Saturday is full as of right now. Hey, Ironclad. What do we have there? Oh, my dashboard's not updated. I don't have your message anywhere, Ironclad. I'm sorry. It doesn't look like it. Thanks for the great content. Hope you and your family are... Oh, there we go. Thanks for the support. Hope you're doing well. Luna Hero, thanks for the 3 quarters of a year. Wombat Combat, thanks for the 19 months. So this says whenever it mutates, we get a basic land out of our deck. So we get to mutate this out next turn. Stream title, thank you. Well, that's incredibly rude. Do we know what this morning's arena update was? There should be patch notes on the forums. Yeah, it could be Teamer Flash, could be Teamer Reclamation. Are the Triomes reprint? They are not reprints, they are new cards. Patch notes, we have introduced a variety of new bugs to the clan. Well... Rude. Rude. Heard about bugs with ley lines and companions. I hope that bug was fixed today. There was a bug, so the way the Gyruda companion is templated, it reanimates things even if the way Gyruda is templated, it reanimates things even if there's a ley line of the void in play. And it wasn't working that way previously. If it was fixed, it wasn't mentioned in the patch notes. Yikes. Hey, Katang. Thanks for re-upping for the second month. Welcome back. I appreciate it. They fixed lures with X spells. Well, that's good. Yeah, it should be fixed on Magic Online. I'm not attacking, so I don't want to run into a giant shark. Just Guy Friend sounds good, Roller Dude. That'll get bumped at the end of the stream today. So I'm actually gonna... Oh, I can't mutate onto that. That's sad. Alright, well, I guess I'm just passing then. Paid 2 life for no reason. Right. Hopefully, and it's still gonna happen, but like, people are gonna mutate onto so many humans just not remembering that. Like, it's such an easy thing to forget. King of the Cosmos! King of the Cosmos! King of the Cosmos! Okay. Bottoms up. You love to see it. Maybe I'm supposed to have mutated onto here to get 2 more lands out of my deck. Bottoms up. Well, I have no cards in hand at the moment. So we'll play Risen Reef. We'll draw Baby. We'll activate this. We'll draw Risen Reef. We'll play Risen Reef. Okay, so next turn, if we don't die next turn, we get to go crazy. This is an elemental. Holy crap, it is. Do I play this and draw 2? I think I do, actually. It's a guaranteed mutate for next turn, though. Now, I probably want to save it to guaranteed mutate. IGM for a living. Alright, bottoms up. Bottoms up. Bottoms up. Bottoms up. Ba-bee! Alright, come on. One more brick. One more brick. Brick by glorious brick. King of the Cows. Oh, no. Well, at least they don't have enough to escape him this turn, huh? Oh, and they drew a land. Sick. Alright. You love to see it, chat. Okay. Okay, we are gonna flip a large portion of our deck into play here. Oh, right, we get to find lands. I was like, what is going on? Listen, chat, if this is wrong, then I have no desire to be right, okay? If this is wrong. All right, and then hold on. No! Come back! Come back, opponent! I wasn't done winning yet! Ah! That's just rude. I wasn't done yet. Come back. All right. I don't know if this deck is good, chat, but it is certainly great. How are we sideboarding? How are we sideboarding? Armored Killer sounds great. Shifting Ceratops sounds great. Hey, congrats, Mandelbrot. I have like 10 cards that I want. What am I cutting? These are basically 3s. Is it crazy to cut King? Yeah, maybe Agent's just too slow. He was cute that game, but Armored Killer destroys their enchantments. It's probably just the top end of the curve, huh? As sad as that is. Yeah, I guess the odds of doing the thing in this matchup with Oracle are probably low. Wait, what do we think of this? I kind of like it. Mastermind, thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. Should you give up on your dream of mid-range being viable? Magic, maybe at rotation? Magic's not been kind to mid-range recently. Yeah, I think we need to be smashy here, though, right? You love to see it, chat. Grazer into Beast is real good. Because you get to put Beast on it and then activate Beast, which is just absurd. What's holding back mid-range? The issue with mid-range in Magic in recent memory is twofold, in my opinion. First is that there are too many decks with too much ramp in this format that just go far over the top of what mid-range decks are able to do and keep up with. And two is that mid-range natural good matchups don't really exist in Magic anymore, or at least not in these formats. So mid-range, traditionally speaking, got him. Mid-range, traditionally speaking, tends to excel against combat-based aggressive decks. And the advent of Embercleave makes those decks much better against mid-range than they ever were in any of Magic's previous history, in my opinion. Mid-range decks are supposed to gain advantage against aggressive decks by building bigger board presence, and Embercleave makes beating creature-based aggro with board presence basically impossible. Because they're cheap, efficient creatures, grab a sword and punch through your bigger blocker very easily. Yeah, or ignore your blocker and just punch your face for a bunch too. Is a real thing as well. It's possible that this deck that we're playing should have slightly more acceleration in it. We only have 4 Baby Godzillas and 4 Grazers. It's very possible that we should have like a Paradise Druid or something in the 2 slot as well. Does midrange have a strict definition? A lot of Magic jargon varies a little bit from person to person, but in general, I think the most appropriate, well, Umori, so the reason to have more ramp at the bottom end is so you can have double ramp, sir. So with the Collector here, having an accelerant on turns 1 or 2 means you can play your second accelerant on turn 3 consistently, which is good. Mid-range, in my opinion, the most correct definition of mid-range, Azuri, thanks for the 2 months, is a deck type that takes different roles in different matchups. So, a good example is, against aggro decks, a mid-range deck takes a controlling role, and against ramp or control decks, a mid-range deck takes an aggressive role. Mid-range decks tend to have more role assessment than most other decks. It's me, a Sabotage. It's me, Sabotage. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. I don't really have strong opinions on MTG Finance other than it's stupid. And that the single best thing about Magic the Gathering Arena is that it allows me to enjoy Magic the Gathering without ever giving 2 flying fucks about finance. Are you reasonable in saying that mid-range decks being good is an indicator of a healthy format? I don't think that's strictly true. Is mid-range my favorite playstyle? I think formats where mid-range is playable tend to be my favorite formats, but I don't necessarily always like playing mid-range decks in them. In my opinion, small edges aggro decks are some of the best decks to have be the best deck in a given format. And I don't really think there's been a good small edges aggro deck since Embercleave came into existence. Give me an example of a small edges aggro deck. White weenie aggro during Guilds of Ravnica or RNA standard. I don't remember exactly which set that is. Small edges aggro decks are aggressive decks that win by inches as opposed to miles. They're decks where every point of damage counts and you don't just overkill your opponent endlessly. They're not Torbrand Embercleave decks. If you Garenbrig, could you have mutated this turn? Oh, could I have? No, I already played a land. I would have been... I think you're right? I would have had 5. Yeah, if I would have Garenbrig, I could have done this. I guess I'll just do this now. Yeah, but I had another land drop as well, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this makes 9. So next turn I can mutate this and get double triggers off of here, which is great. If they don't have a counter spell for next turn or a way to interact with this, we're gonna get to put a lot of stuff into play. Sounds good, Party Buzz. Get you later. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the mutate mechanic as a whole, as I've said many times, and I feel like a lot of people haven't really fully developed a good appreciation for it yet. Hey, Luna Taekwon. Thanks for the Prime Sport. I appreciate that. Welcome. That's super unfortunate. Well, you know. Probably dead. Yeah, the Lurrus decks. You could pay for it, right? You're floating GG. No, so the Castle Garenbrig mana can only be utilized to play creature spells. It cannot be used to pay for additional costs like Mystical Dispute. Yep, very, very easy thing to not understand. Yes, the castle mana can be used for mutate. Mutate is an alternative casting cost. Yeah, if we get incredibly lucky on the Starrix, we could win this game. We get three random cards here. Okay. Always a Mystic Dispute, chat. Always a Mystic Dispute. I'm gonna board. This is our second time playing against Reclamation here, so I'm just gonna board the exact same way we did last time. Drag my curve down a scotch. Here's an interesting question, chat. Is Dispute better or worse than Mana Leak? Why? How do you create a poll? Does a mod know how to create a poll? If a mod knows how to create a poll in Twitch chat, create a poll. And I don't mean straw poll, I mean Twitch. Twitch allows you to create actual polls that are integrated now. In the current format, is Dispute or Mana Leak better? No, not a poll with the bot. It's not. Is it slash poll? Whoa, okay. That's super easy. There is an option to allow people to vote more with bits, which is really funny. I agree. It's very mighty Hoaglandian of them. Essence Scatter. Yeah, so chat, this is... Okay, I'm pretty confident that Dispute's better. Because, like, Twitch chat is never this certain of anything. 70% in favor of... 70% in favor of Dispute being better is, like, unreal. Y'all never have that big of a consensus. Lots of cards are blue, yep. Which, it's interesting to think about in a way because... It's interesting to think about because, Mana Leak's a card that they don't print anymore because they think it's too good, right? Yeah, I mean, like, there's a reason why we see Quench, right? You think I should baby first? I don't know, I might just double Armored Killer here. Baby still lets you double armored. Oh! Yeah, it would, you're right. Yeah, because it would have been 2/2/2 then. Yeah, you're right. I just missed it. You missed Counterspell. Counterspell's an awful card that should never be printed again. Is there a way to change your default favorite lands in Magic Arena? No, we don't believe in quality of life features. Like that, they gave me an Arboreal Grazer back to loot away. That was nice of them. Yeah, you can cast this card with Jeskai mana too. So this is both a blue-red card and a blue-green card. These triple, like we played Snapdax in just a straight Jeskai deck the other day too. Yeah, Gemrazer is a very playable Magic card, just for reference. In case anybody was wondering, Gemrazer is a super playable card. Destroys ovens too. 4/4 reach trample, also no slouch. Snapdax Jeskai is your favorite thing. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, this actual card has reach. He does go on Grazer a lot and gets the old double reach, but... So are they dead next turn? I feel like there's a strong chance they're dead next turn, right? Or close to it. We're gonna get to do the thing at least. Playing this saves me mana, right? Oh gosh, this gets the lands untapped. Holy crap. Holy crap, it gets the lands untapped. Whee! I don't think I played a land yet this turn, so I'm gonna decline. If not, okay. Remember that time? I think I boarded out my Thassa's Oracle. I think I boarded out my Thassa's Oracle, chat. Does anybody remember? I think I did. Yeah, because we were going to be aggressive. Gosh, I'm stupid. Because we totally could have... There's only 14 cards in my deck. Yeah, if you mutate Starrix onto Starrix, I would get 10 things into play. Would that kill them? Because I would get a bunch of Ceratopses, right? I don't know. Let's find. I don't know if this is the right play. Oh, I can't. I can't. Mutate's one more and I'm short. I can't mutate. I can't mutate. I'm one short. Couldn't if I wanted to. Couldn't if I wanted to. There's a good chance we don't get an next turn, chat. There's a good chance we don't get a next turn. If you're tapping every land, why not just pay X and auto tap opponent? Come on now. So they have 16. There's 14 cards in my deck, so this isn't lethal. They only have 16, so this isn't lethal. And then they're dead, right? Okay, sick. Alright. I should leave. Should I leave these in? I don't know now. So, like, we didn't need them. Do I leave Thassa and the Thassa's Oracle in? Like, you have to have both. Because if you flip this early, you need to be able to blink it. What if I trim Risen Reef? Risen Reef isn't super beatdown-y. I could do this and put the Kings of the Cosmos in, or like the Questing Beasts. Let's do that. Risen Reef's kind of filler anyways. Don't play 7 mana enablers. Your payoff being 7 mana is often too much. Don't make your enabler be 7 mana too. Stop it. Get some help. I think I just do this. This puts the land into play untapped, by the way, chat. For those that haven't seen that interaction before, he puts it into play untapped, making his ability effectively free in terms of mana. Yes, Cardboard Live works with Mutate. It should work with my companion too. Can anybody confirm that it works with the companion? It does? Okay, perfect. Cardboard Live works well. For sure. Number of cards left in your library is not a metric that the software can get from the Magic Arena output log. Unfortunately. What turn is this? I don't know. That's a good question. I wasn't counting. Yeah, it's turn 4 or 5, I think. Was it turn 4? It was turn 4 or 5, I think. There were a couple of lands in play. We had a couple of lands in play. How do we get so many lands? Arboreal Grazer, the 2/4 beast, are the ones that when you mutate, you get a land. Easy contender for deck of the day so far. They ramped once and had 5 lands, so unless they missed a land drop, it was our turn 4. Oh, they missed the land on Uro. Yeah, that's right. I think it was our turn 5. Either way, impressive. Yeah, all the Triomes should be Teamer Triomes. I added the Teamer Dragon and forgot to... I added King of the Cosmos and forgot to switch. This was just blue-green, and I added the what's it called? There's a Sultai Triome in here. I assume I'm taking tomorrow to Perp Starting. I'm not, actually. I don't know that I'm going to do a long stream tomorrow, but I am going to do a Legacy League followed by some amount of Standard tomorrow because I had to end early on Monday. I think I'm mostly prepped for Saturday. I have a couple of small things I have to do. The Mutate Flash variation I think is pretty reasonable. Yeah, they unbanned Gyruda in Legacy, so they fixed their bugs. So we're going to play Gyruda Cannon in Legacy again tomorrow. We are going to Gyruda Cannon again in Legacy tomorrow. How greedy is it to bin a land? Appropriately greedy? Appropriately greedy. They banned Gyruda in all formats on Magic Online temporarily because it was bugged. Slam NJ, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. What was the bug? It was bugged with ley lines. Wide eyes, no fear, block. Oh no! They dead weighted baby! I'm so sorry, baby. I'll be scared next time. I'll be scared for you, baby. What was the bug? Google it. Yeah, now Risen Reef gets killed if they have an untapped Black Source. Rough. Rough. And I discarded the land like a big dumb stupid. Oh, deal. Thanks. Hateful Eidolon plus the enchantment removal is real good. Real good. Hoping to draw untapped land next turn so we can King of the Cosmos. Things are not looking good for our hero, chat. I think we're dead. I don't know that I expect this deck to have much play in a matchup like this. I guess we bring an Armored Killer for the Oven and Lovestruck Beast for the cheap extra creature, but this is a matchup where not having any real removal is going to hurt us. This is definitely a matchup where we don't need this. Questing Beast or King? Questing Beast might be better than King, because it gets past their blockers. There ain't more spots to the tournament. The tournament is full last I checked. Non-zero chance some amount of people drop out before the actual day or morning of don't show up. So if you're around and you want a chance to sneak in, be sure to do that. We're going to hopefully have a date scheduled for the next Hoaglandia Open before Saturday. So people who want to join in advance can put it on their calendar. Unfortunate that we didn't hit another land here. Is what it is. Hopefully Wizards of the Coast lets us know when they plan to release. If Wizards answers this question, we'll have a date for the next tournament by Saturday. It's fine. I don't know. This is a card that's a lot worse when you're not mutating it. The stat line's pretty good with Grazer, though. It's a decent chunk a month, Snowstorm. Thanks for the 16. Welcome back. Do I do the Greathorn, or do I Beast and start drawing cards sooner? If I Beast post Greathorn, I get to get another land with it, but I also don't really have a great payoff in my hand right now. So I think I Beast first here because I want to find a payoff. Yeah. Yeah, at the end of the blue-black flash set, I ended up suggesting you try the deck without Quench. So they could have Deadweight or Mire's Grasp here, so I'm not going to block with my Beast. I'm just going to block here. I think trying out Opt is potentially good too, Grapner. You can go back and look at my recommendations in the archives. Oh, that's such a good suggestion. I could have killed the Myers Grasp. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a good suggestion. Let's see if he survives or if they have a deadweight. They could just have deadweight here and kill him. If he if we get to untap, we'll definitely armored killer to get rid of that for sure. I think I'm going to decline to put this into play because I already have a lot of lands in my hand and I'd like to loot through this with this. Well, golly. Well, golly. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Oh, I didn't need to do that. So I already had... That's fine. It's just a Grazer. All right. Under. This comes into play. I get to get a land. I get to kill that. We get to trigger. Well, that's unfortunate. Whoo! Papi! Papi! You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. King of the Cosmos, King of the Cosmos, King of the Cosmos. Crunch. I don't know if this deck is good, chat, but it's definitely great. When this one gets going, whew, it generates quite the turns of Magic the Gathering. I don't know, Orgy. It just wasn't in the original list, and I didn't have an easy cut to fit it in. Maybe Octopus is better than Risen Reef, but the Reef is also good for ramping. This is turn 5? Are you sure? Because I feel like I should tweet that. Was that turn 5? Are we confident? It was 5 or 6. Close enough. Even turn 6 is still pretty good. We were talking earlier about mid-range. And I submit Exhibit A. Arena does not track the current turn, Luna, TYK. There's nowhere on the Arena interface that tells you what the current turn of the game you're on is. Having to open log files doesn't count. It's effectively useless. Not anywhere near the same. I might be right to mulligan this hand. It's pretty slow. I think I want another 2-mana accelerant in this deck. I think only having 8 things to do before turn 3 is not enough. Probably Paradise Druid or the Elemental Ramp Dork. Yeah, maybe you just play a Temur Mutate variation. I could see that. Gross. I was turn 5. Sick. No blocks. Hey, Acker. Thanks for the 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, at least Gemrazer kills a Mire for a turn. Not blocking anyways, might as well attack. Because they're going to get to replay the Mire onto it. Well, they were going to double Mire's Grasp over 2 turns. Or probably dead here because of the Mire's Grasp from the Lurrus. Yeah, this deck actually just did this turn. Yep. Got it. Yeah, not having access to red mana really makes this matchup seem tough to impossible. Not having access to like a Bone Crusher Giant or some sort of removal. Yeah, that'll get added after we're done streaming today, Ryan. This deck is the Giants' playground I've heard so much about. Big swings, big swings. Opponent's playing Yorion, so they're another go big deck, so that should be an okay matchup for us. They make it to the 200s on the ladder. I think we're like 300 something. I just wasn't sure if this deck was going to be reasonable or not, so I decided to play it in the event. Maybe these Uros are the other cut for more cheap accelerants. It's been okay. I don't know that I'd played on the ladder unless I figured out something that made me happy with the Lurrus matchup. Lurrus matchup seemed genuinely challenging. Well, we'll take a peek at it when we're done here, obviously, and see. Give some thoughts. The counter spell / flash decks are the best ways to approach the what's it called matchup? The Fires matchup, in my opinion. I mean, that's kind of Magic in general, though, right? Magic's a game that's hard to win when you're on the draw. I didn't say I wasn't feeling good about Parcelbeast. Some of our most insane starts have been on the back of Beast. It's just, like, not busted by any means. Yorion with Conqueror's Death is very, very good. How's Black Flash? It's fine. You. Whew! You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. This deck seems real reasonable against the against other decks that are trying to go over the top. This deck has some pretty okay turns, chat. Some pretty okay turns.
Utterly is the best way to destroy things.
I like how some of the times it just doesn't show you the bottom text box of the card. Some of the time it shows you the alter art. Some of the times it doesn't. Just like flipping quite. Look at that. Look at that. Just every time is different. Actual every time. Oh, look at that. Look at that, I figured it out. Did we work it out?
You're gonna be sorry when I come.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Way to police police my fun, opponent. Way to police my fun. Alright, let's get charged back up here again, huh? Ooh. Woo! You love to see it, chat. Things you love to see it. And we're back in it. Just when you think you're out, they suck you right back in, eh? Oh, I should have put one of those lands in my hand for when I looted, right? What a silly turn. What just an unreasonably silly turn. Nice board wipe, opponent. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all we got. Remember that time when they took away all of our toys, chat? And I was like, no, they're my toys, and I'm going to keep them. No, please don't unsummon my mutate creature. I will never be able to recover. Please, no, don't unsummon my Starrix. No, mercy, mercy, please, not my Starrix. Don't do it. No, don't do it. All right, so the game is over. We win. The game is ended. We're gonna get a thing. All right, so we do. We do this. And then, like, we get, like, what, like 12 cards out of our deck here or something stupid like that? And then Thassa blinks Thassa's Oracle. We win the game with the trigger. Check yourself before you deck yourself. That's great. All right, how are we sideboarding? How are we sideboarding? Treacheries and armored killers seem good potentially, but what am I cutting? Hey, Dunks. There's a blast from the past. Hey, thanks for the biddies. Need some trims here, huh? What are we getting rid of? Need 6 cuts. Is King of the Cosmos a trim? Is it crazy to trim him? With Agent in my deck, it's probably crazy to trim him. Maybe it's Parcelbeast? I do that. Just get rid of the Uros and the Risen Reef. Grazers, important to keep. These are like starters. Like you wanna mutate onto these, so I don't think you ever cut these. I think I keep that. So according to the patch notes, the shuffler was flat in best of 1 draft. It was bugged somehow. Oh no! I won't be able to draw additional cards! How will I generate card advantage if I can't draw additional cards, chat? However will I generate card advantage? Oh, this is awkward though. His draw is actually not optional. That's actually really sad. I mean, I need to do this because I need to kill Narset. But like that draw's not optional. So it feels bad, but that's still the right play. It can both feel bad and be the correct play. Am I getting Aether Gusted here? I think I want to play a non-blue spell this turn. Though I could just play King of the Cosmos. I could also just do this. Aether Gust 2, the Electric Boogaloo. Omen of the sea, omen of the sea, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. This play is staring me in the face. I am very, very stupid. It's gonna take me. Gotta get those play patterns into my head. Did this get rid of? Look what they did to my boy, chat. They took Baby Godzilla and they turned him into this. What did they do to my boy? What did they do to my boy? That's not okay. It's not okay. Look at how they massacred my boy. Dear Watsy, this is completely unacceptable. Please fix baby. Please cover it up. Cover it up, baby. I swear you'll be beautiful again someday, baby. You'll be beautiful someday. At least it's borderless. Glass half full. At least it's borderless. Alright, chat. Starrix versus the Shark Typhoon. Can we do it? Can we do it? Yes, we can! Alright, decent turn. Decent turn. Slightly above average. They're gonna get to Narset and Impulse here. They're gonna get to Narset and Impulse. So we're not out of the woods yet, but we are getting well set up to do stuff for next turn.
I have just the trick for this.
Great, that's a growth spiral. That turn was pretty nutty is basically like the description of what this deck has been. That turn was pretty nutty. It's just basically been every turn. It's been great.
Friend or foe, state your intent. Consider the future, then strike.
If they can't kill this here, yeah, wow. Okay. So like, yeah.
That which appears mystical is merely the result of purpose. To open the mind, you must.
Like, there's a very strong chance we win next turn, right? Yeah, we played a little bit in our set, was not impressed. Oh, right, there's a Narset in play. That's fine, though, right? There's 27 cards in my deck. I don't think I need that. Ooh. Oh, that's. Oh, all right, let's try again here. We need to think about what we can do to make the aggro matchup not be a dumpster. The Luris matchup felt genuinely hard, but like all of these other go big decks, we've just been stuffing into tiny little boxes. Like we are large and in charge. Anybody else that's trying to go like toe to toe with us in the go big game is losing hard, it feels like. Why is this called Genesis? Because it's very similar to Genesis Wave, I believe. Is what the deck creator was paying homage to. Probably going to be a game where we cycle this Triome. Thought Erasure. Read. Poor baby. I guess if they have a removal spell for this, I might take Agent. What has Allie been playing Toast Smasher? You know, I haven't been able to catch this streak recently. Abzan? Really? What kind of Abzan? I like how Starrix is the king of the cosmos thing better than the king himself. Similar. So king guarantees you get a non-land, whereas Auspex does not. So like Auspex does ramp you because it's putting lands into play, but like that's also a drawback in some situations. Your companion is a sideboard card. It takes one of your 15 sideboard slots. There's a video and stuff explaining it. So next turn we can go second baby, mutate this, draw 2, discard 2, get a land. Seems decent. I mean, being the father of small children and interacting with Twitch chat are two very similar things, so I have a lot of practice. Well, that's a little unfortunate. I was hoping for another spell there. I think it's right to bin the baby here because the third baby doesn't really do much for us, and not having a spell in our hand makes our hand better against discard spells. And eventually I'll want most of these lands or we'll loot through them, so it's not a big deal. You don't know how you feel about the Godzilla theme cards? I'll give you an opinion for you. They're awesome. They say he's got to go, 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 Godzilla. Oh, no. Do, 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 do. They are fantabulous, chat. If you have an opinion other than these Godzilla cards are fantastic, it's okay to be wrong. Just go be wrong somewhere else. It needs removal spells, Ironclad. Splashing red for Bone Crusher Giant's probably worth exploring. You'd gain access to the 2-mana Raptor too, potentially. Then are we playing a greedier version of the tier Mutate? Sure, yeah. You're playing more of a ramp deck than the more like stompy smashy deck. Like you're going bigger instead of like playing Phoenixes and beating people down. Like Phoenix. The Teamer Mutate up on my website is like Sharks and Phoenixes. So like instead ramping bigger with Auspex doesn't seem terrible in certain matchups if like going big is the thing you want to be doing. I don't know what Zagoth Mamba does, so I'm going to assume it's unplayable. That seems pretty bad. I think I'd rather just have Bone Crusher Giant. No, you don't see my rank because I'm playing a constructed event because I wasn't sure how competitive this deck was going to be. And I kinda care about my rank a little bit. I don't really think I need to give them... Porphyros doesn't give everything haste, right? Porphyros only gives a very specific thing haste. He only gives red creatures haste, right? Alright, I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. Easy peasy. Still have a timeout left. He gives all creatures haste. Okay, that's neat. Voracious Hydra is green removal. That's a good thought. If we don't want to splash a color. Voracious Hydra. That might be too slow. I don't actually know. Things to explore though. Hydra, Wicked Wolf is technically green removal too. The Hydra counters are good for Mutate. Nullhide Ferox for the Lurrus matchup. Nullhide Ferox doesn't fix your problem. Your problem is you can't kill Priest and Lurrus, and Nullhide Ferox doesn't change that. So I take 11 here. It's fine. I have a sit-stand desk, Maddie. I split my time about halfway sitting and halfway standing. Do I actually want to make green like that? I probably don't. Oh, I should have gone over. It doesn't really matter. Gonna end up a little bit short here, it looks like. Yeah, we're just gonna die in the air, unfortunately. Needed a little bit more mana to go in a little bit sooner. Why not mutate so you don't die to the flying crisis? Well, you see, this blocks one creature, and they have 3, so we would still be dead. So I took the one that had more spins that could hit more things. Agent of Treachery sounds good here. Gotta trim the arrows. The rest of this seems fine. They're kind of mid-rangey. At least the opponent's deck was doing cool new things. Yeah. Hydrate Grace's Nissa. Still great. We have an MTGA collection with all rares, mythics, and commons. I don't have 4 of every mythic, but I pretty much have playsets of every rare, common, and uncommon, and I have mythics that see play. You could have drawn an extra card. Yeah, but I also could have paid 1 to draw that card, Time Lord, so it's a wash. So, like, I could have also activated it because I mutated it. So it's the same thing. I think I'm bidding that, which may or may not be right. Hey, small Godzilla is still mighty big, okay? He's mighty in spirit, chat. He's mighty in spirit. He's big where it counts. He's got a big heart. How do you see the new set impacting Historic? Lurius seems really good in the Breach deck. I assume the Triomes are going to infiltrate mana bases. Shark Typhoon is excellent in different control decks. Gosh, are they playing Frilled Mystic? Am I playing around Frilled Mystic here? Yeah, Luris is probably good inside Kisis. Yeah, of course there's a Breach deck in Historic. Come on now. Luris is better than Kisis. They're different cards, Phoenix Lance. Sure. And then I think I'm actually doing this and just looting away baby at this point. It's ugly anyways. Sorry, baby. It's the truth. Yeah, it just bugs and takes your card style away. It's fine. It's not like I paid money for that or anything. Wow, that's rude. It's rude. Alright, so let's do this. Choose creature. And then we can Greathorn onto here. Put this underneath. Go get some ramp. Yeah, the Extinction Event animation is A++. It's real good. Even if this card's a little bit odd sometimes, it's a sweet one. Why not? Am I stone raining them or am I taking their Hydroid Crisis? I almost feel like I should stone rain them, chat. I have another agent coming up. I'm gonna take a green source. Yeah, no, I know what Twitch chat wants to do. Twitch chat definitely wants to stone rain them. There's a reason why you asked chat. I knew what I wanted to do. you only ask chat that question when you want to stone rain. Alright, so I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana total here. That's unfortunate. He took my castle away. Oh, I can't mutate onto him because he's a filthy human. What a dirty, filthy human. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, chat. A baby Godzilla should be 120 feet tall. See, still very big baby. Oh, I could have mutated onto the Crisis. Good call. That's fine. We'll do that next turn. You have to own the creature? You own? Oh. That's sad. That's sad. His Agent of Treachery is underpowered. Petition for power level errata. Rip the claim the firstborn mutate tree, right? Well, shoot. Alright, sure. Deal. But really worth it to mutate rather than have two bodies? Yeah, I think so. I wanted the ramp. I basically turned one of those creatures into rampant growth. And they had extinction event, so it was worth it. So they both would have died to extinction event because they're both even costed creatures. Survey says that one, please. When you cast your 7 mana spell and can still pay for their mana leak, chat, eh? When you cast your 7 mana spell and can still pay for their mana leak. This deck is a hoot. I agree. I'm excited too. This is going to be our last match with this one. We've been going for almost 2 hours. I want to get to the Lurrus variations here. At the end of the stream, we're going to talk about possible ideas for directions to improve this. Maybe shore up some of its aggressive matchups a little bit. Alright, the aggressive matchup felt hard. All these other matchups have felt winnable or good. This deck's doing a really sweet, big, go over the top thing. Going on, wanna be Kurt? Panza! This deck is not better than the tempo deck. I don't know. Could be. Could be. Great. Pretty good mull to 6, all things considered. We need a land now. Have Grazer show him what's up here. Let him know how we really feel. I love the noise when Grazer hits them. It's just very like. Yeah, me too, Curran. It's great. Think I'm bottoming those, just hoping to draw the land next turn. What's the deck of the day so far? This one. It's been a hoot. Deck's been thoroughly impressive. Leaves, thanks to 11 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, couldn't get Casualty of Ward this turn. I guess Casualties is basically just Stone Rain though, so like whatever. Untapped land here is the goal. Didn't I just bottom you? I think missing the land there probably is going to mean we're too far behind. We'll see. It depends on how good the rest of their hand is. They have a lot of mana here, though.
Rise, my elemental friend.
They could not have creases. You must be new here. Welcome to the party. Enjoy your stay. And then we're going to get Disputed or Gusted on here because they just drew a bunch of cards. That's how this works for those that are new. For those that haven't been paying attention the last little while. Not a bad attempt for a Mold of 5 where we got double Aether Gusted and then missed our 6 land drop when we needed it on curve. I think a 27th land in this deck's probably necessary too. I think this one's only on 26, and I really like 27 thereabouts, I think. Oh, all right. So you're saying there's a chance. He says before he hits Arboreal Grazer. Yikes. You hate to see it, chat. You hate to see it. All right. Are we dead on board? We are not. So if they've Stone Cold nothing, we could be okay. Alright, terrible end of the set. I feel like this deck was sweet. We learned some things. If we had a high rolled an agent there, we'd have been okay. This Hydrate Grace is still very, very good. What would I do? I think I would try to rebuild this as... I think there's only 26 lands for starters. Play 27 lands in your ramp deck. No joke. Put, especially with baby to loot, put 27 lands in your deck. I like the idea of trying this as just a teamer deck. Like, obviously, you'll need to futz with the mana, but I think the idea of Raptor getting rid of the Risen Reef package sounds pretty appealing to me. I felt like the games where I had an accelerant before turn 3 were kind of night and day different than the games where I didn't have an accelerant before turn 3. This card plays well with most of what we're doing. Raptor lets you curve into Collector earlier. Reducing costs on all of your mutators is pretty reasonable as well. There's actually just like clean, even 60 cards. Another thing... What's this card called? Porphyros. Other creatures you control have haste. Hey, Pork Chop Popsicles. Thanks for the 12 months. Let's get your sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Rough, Full Metal. Yeah, so the red splash 2, the primary reason to splash a little bit of red, I think, is because I would like to try, you get Bone Crusher in the sideboard without losing your companion. You can also, if you think the aggro matchup is really bad, you could play, what's it called? You could play Bone Crusher in the sideboard. Another thing to try that someone suggested was Voracious Hydra, which is also good with Mutate. You could try that. It could even be that you just want a lot of removal spells, like Hydra and Bone Crusher, I could see being reasonable. This is a card that I think I need to explore in these Umori decks a little bit more. Shark's not real removal. It's like fine, but it's not really real removal. So that would be, I think I would try the Raptor in the 3 slot and obviously add red sources to the mana base. You're gonna need to add Shocklands in here. Although I guess, and this is potentially a real concern as well, is that This explicitly needs basic lands, and we're triggering this a lot. So you need to think about what your minimum basic count is for this card. You probably need like 6, 7, 8 basics. So like people that are making bad suggestions like Bat and Murderous Rider, like those cards are so expensive. Like Bone Crusher Giant I think is ideal. Like spending 3 and 4 plus mana as removal spells that all they do is kill one thing is not how you beat an aggro deck. They're like fine against mid-range, but our deck seems fine against mid-range and control decks. Bone Crush, I think Bone Crusher Giant's even borderline not efficient enough. I actually think Shock is excellent right now. I think Shock is very, very good against these Lurrus decks because of the efficiency, but I think if you want to keep your companion, you need to play this. I think Shock's in a very good spot in the format overall right now. So yeah, that was my takeaway. The deck was sweet. If you didn't watch the whole set, there was a screenshot on my Twitter of us having like 12 lands in play on turn 5, which was just awesome. Alright, I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while I get the client restarted and get everything flipped over. When I get back, we're going to play a couple different Lurrus variations. We're going to play some black-white to start, and then we're going to play some black-red to follow. So, we'll be back in just a few. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere. I think Gravedigger's Cage is a great